Imagine you're building a defense autonomous robot. Do you add a LiDAR on it, or do you keep it vision-based? Now, what if the robot drives in an agricultural environment? Do you make it rule-based, or do you make it end-to-end? Now, do you use classical A-star planning, or do you try and build a finite state machine? And what do you do when there is no GPS? See all these questions? Now think about something. There is no right and wrong answers. There is only your answer and the consequences of that. That's the world we live in. Today, AI can write code for you. It can explain point pillars. It can generate code for YOLO. It can copy tutorials. And so what is there for you to do? That's one of the problems I'm the most interested in solving these days. Especially because I keep hearing engineers telling me like, oh, hiring is tough right now. And have you seen these layoffs? And the economy is bad. And all of these things. The reality is it's not always true. In fact, if you look at the US and UK jobs from May 25 to May 26, hiring grew by 20% according to Indeed. But AI does something. It raises your standard. It gives you the kick in the butt you need to do things that you were supposed to do a few years ago. So you can no longer stay a coder today. You need to evolve as an engineer, a true one. And if you work at a cutting edge, an Edgeneer. So here's a story I'd like to tell you. Back in 2018, I was hired as a computer vision engineer working on autonomous shuttles. And the thing was, at the time, on the shuttle, there were only LiDARs. It was a LiDAR-based company with shuttles, and the cameras, I was told, were only here for context. So what do you do with this when you're the computer vision engineer? I asked, oh, can we add a GPU? No, we can't. Okay, why? Because we're not gonna use GPU. If you need some kind of AI, try and make some kind of small thing. I was not happy with that answer. So I went to the CTO and I had this tough discussion on AI. And I asked, like, what do you think about AI? Like, what are we going to do with this? I think we need to add GPUs. We need to make it heavily AI and vision based. He disagreed. He said to me, AI is a fantasy. I want determinism. That's the word he used. And I want to make sure of the output I am going to get. So no AI. That made sense for him. It did not for me. And so I went on confronting him. For 2 hours on the phone, I told him I would refuse this type of view and I wanted to absolutely have AI in it because it was so important. We had a 2-hour discussion. The next day, I was called out in the office of the managers. I thought, okay, so I really messed this up. Maybe I should not have confronted them. Maybe that was disrespectful. Maybe I'm gonna get fired. I hope not. So I went to their office and they told me about AI and they said, okay, your views are interesting, we're gonna think about it. The next week, we all learned that the CTO got retrograded to a different position. This story tells so much about defending your arguments. And sometimes they're wrong, sometimes they're right, sometimes they're wrong for a specific company, but right for another. But it also shows the power of convictions, of having belief. So here's something. Today, many engineers have convictions, but they don't dare to speak out. They're afraid to be wrong. They're afraid to be publicly shamed. They're afraid to be even canceled. They don't really talk about what they think of this type of censorship, or this type of algorithmic choice, or this engineer, or this company, or things like that. And you know what happens when you don't dare to speak a choice every time? You get down to the bottom of just being the executant and the coder, and you're no longer the architect defending your choices. In this industry, we've all been trained in yes and no, in right and wrong, in true or false. There is the tutorial, and then there is you who either copy it or mess up with it and get wrong. Nobody really asks you why you made a certain choice. And that's the thing that actually matters the most. In fact, over the past 2 years, I've interviewed over 20 CTOs, CEOs, engineers, VP of engineering, and other executive positions, and I asked them the same question. What do you look for when hiring an engineer? They all replied many great answers, but one of them was really interesting. I'm not just interested in the choice an engineer made, but also why he made that particular choice. This idea of not just repeating buzzwords and agreeing with anything that's trendy right now, but also knowing what makes sense for you in this context right now is one of the skills that is the most sought out by recruiters these days, especially in this AI era where it's no longer about writing code, it's about choosing the code to write. So here's something about this economy. There's never been as many opportunities as today. The salaries have historically never been higher than today. And yeah, everybody says the economy is bad, etc. That's not really true. Yet, you are asked to evolve, and that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you become the new world engineer, the Edgeneer, building cutting-edge solutions for autonomous systems, physical AI, and self-driving cars. And for that, I am launching something I have never done before. It's called the Edgeneer Challenge. It lasts 5 days. It starts in just a few days. And every single day, you're going to get access from content on my membership and courses, things that others paid hundreds to get access to. And you are going to learn day by day how to build and defend choices for an autonomous robot. On day number 1, you'll be asked to select a type of vehicle you want to build. You will need to select a sensor suit and to defend why you made that selection. You will be given a budget and you will be asked, why are you making these choices? That's the most important. You will be defendant of your architecture, others will be the prosecutors. They will try and take it down while you try and make it survive. On day 2, you will continue building on that. You will learn from content, from my interviews with Shield AI, with Curtive, with Neolix, with AutoWare, and my content on Tesla's architecture and Waymo and many others, how to build a technical architecture for autonomous driving. You learn about rule-based, end-to-end learning, and many others. On day 3, you will try and understand how to build a team for physical AI building. You will learn about robots, sensors, and many others. You learn about the skills, the budgets, and many other things. Then on day number 4, you will get access to my private breakdowns on AutoWare and Beidou's Apollo Auto architectures. You will learn how the industry's professional build technical diagram for self-driving cars. You'll also get to see all the potential weaknesses of these architectures. And on day number 5, you will get to your edge. This is where you understand how to solve physical AI problems on the long run. You understand how to stand out in the industry, how to publish your work. And again, all along the challenge, you will defend your choices while others, including me, will try to take it down. Remember something before you sign up. There is no right and wrong answers. There is just your choice and what you make out of it. The challenge is free, it's 5 days, and you are going to learn to build the best technical judgment skills of the industry. That's what you need right now. So sign up below. I will see you on day number 1.